waiting to happen.
Yesterday and 3 days before.
Oh my god, I spilled.
Did I get it on my sweater? No.
I knew I was gonna do that.
If I held it. What?
Well, this is going great. This is spilled coffee all over myself in my bed, so this channel is starting out, yeah, on a really good note. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sav. Obviously, you would be new here since this is my first video for this channel. This has been a passion project that I wanted to do for a really long time. Pretty much since about 2015, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And I've put it off every single year, and 2018 I decided is the right time for me to start. I'm in a great headspace. I have a great, amount of time to commit to this, so yeah, welcome to my channel. So the first video that I wanted to have on my new channel is a 25 facts about me video, just so that you can get to know me a little bit better and I can share a little bit of myself and what I care about with my audience. I gotta flip over my page of my notes here because I can't remember anything about myself, obviously. So first fact is gonna be how old I am. I am 20 years old. I'll be 21 in the next 2 months, and yeah, I am counting every minute until we get there. I go to Arizona State University. I study journalism, public relations, and special events management, and I am a second semester senior, so I'll be graduating in May of this year, 2018. And yeah, that means I live in the beautiful state of Arizona in Tempe, and I love it. It's beautiful here. Anybody who lives in Arizona will tell you it's the most beautiful state. So I have a boyfriend. His name is Sean. He is 1 year older than me, and we have been together for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years next month, and he's really excited for me to do this channel as well. He was a huge supporter for me when I kind of told him that I wanted to really get started. He was so encouraging. He gave me a tripod and wants to listen to all my videos and stuff, so that's super cool. I'm originally from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I grew up there after I moved to the US from Germany, which is where I was born. I'm a military child, so I've lived in a lot of different places, but I moved from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to Gilbert, Arizona when I was 12 years old, and I lived in Gilbert until I graduated from high school and then went to college in Phoenix. So, fun fact, my hair has been every color under the rainbow. I've had purple hair, pink hair, green hair. That was an accident though. Everything you can imagine, red undertones, purple undertones. I get really adventurous sometimes, more when I was a teenager, when I was a little bit younger, and I would dye streaks in my hair, my whole hair, and there were plenty of hair disasters, and there will be a story time coming about that eventually, because I hope that nobody ever makes the same mistakes that I did when it came to coloring my hair. I was a cheerleader for a little over 8 years. I started when I was in the, I want to say the 3rd grade. Yeah, about 3rd grade. I tumbled before that. I did years of tumbling and dance, and then I decided that I wanted to be a cheerleader, and I cheered competitively until I was a junior in high school, and that's when I actually left the sport, and that was a huge turning point in my life. On top of that, I also played volleyball, and I was a soccer player for a little bit too. My parents live in Honolulu, Hawaii. They, like I mentioned, were a military family, and they're stationed out there, so my closest relatives are like 3,000 miles away, which is super fun and interesting. My parents lived in one other place after Arizona in San Antonio before they moved to Hawaii, and so I've gotten to experience a lot of different cultures, and I can definitely say Honolulu is my favorite city that my parents and my family have ever been stationed in. It's a wonderful place to go home to, and I've developed this extreme appreciation for Hawaiian culture and all the beauty that comes with that, so I'm really excited to do some vlogs whenever I go home to visit my family and get to show you the beautiful island of Oahu. I am in a sorority. I'm actually a Delta Gamma, very proudly, and yeah, I did join a sorority when I was a sophomore in college, and I plan to make a few videos about that. Advice for, if you want to join Greek life, it's not for everybody, but it's really developed me into a wonderful person, and it's been a huge part of my college experience. I am a huge music fan, as you will come to learn by following this channel. My favorite genre is electronic music, so I regularly attend festivals for that. I'm actually a writer for a local company that puts on electronic music festivals. I'm a freelance writer for them, and I love it. I absolutely love everything about electronic music, about the community, about the message that it promotes, and I would love to get to share that with this audience. To add on to that, I have seen over 300 musicians slash artists slash bands live in my lifetime. I try to make a list every year, like at the end of the year, of all the artists I've seen, and I always miss a few, but I know that I'm definitely over the 300 mark at this point. Going to concerts and festivals has always been a huge passion of mine, something that's really close to my heart. It's just this completely freeing experience that I love, and I would do every single day if I could. So I'm really excited to make some videos about that as well, festival advice, you know, my favorite festivals, what I'm listening to, that kind of thing. So if you are a music fan, this channel is definitely going to be for you. I don't just listen to electronic music, I listen to a lot of alternative and indie classic rock music as well, so you got a variety. I could binge watch Black Mirror and Rick and Morty every single day, and I mean like every single day. I'm a Starbucks addict, and when I say addict, I mean I should probably seek help. I drink Starbucks every single day. My favorite drink is a berry hibiscus, and I get no berries in it, and I add a pump of classic syrup. It really keeps the flavor in even when the ice melts, and I'm like a slow drinker, so my ice always melts. I am really into horror and conspiracy theories and all kinds of like scary movies, scary facts. I love true crime, I love Law and Order SVU. One of my favorite YouTubers on this platform is Kendall Ray, and another one of my favorites is Michelle Platty. So I love watching Michelle's conspiracy theories, and I love her series about stupid things you thought as kids, because I thought of so many stupid things when I was a kid. So I totally relate to that. My favorite movies, I'm a huge movie fan, but if I had to pick two favorites, it would be The Spectacular Now and The Way, Way Back. And those are two of my favorite movies because I think they have really powerful messages. The Spectacular Now, it's all, you know, a coming of age story, and it's a story about Shailene Woodley plays this young girl who's really trying to find her place as she falls in love with a guy who is completely on a destructive path, and it's all about how they learn to get to know themselves and grow up at the same time as being able to love each other. And I love The Way, Way Back because I think it has a great message about investing in your family. And yeah, if you've never seen it, it's a great movie. It's got Allison Janney and Steve Carell. My mom's whole side of the family is British, so everyone on my mom's side lives in England, and England has a huge place in my heart. I consider it a second home. I've been there many times in my life, and I'm incredibly lucky to do that. The last time I was there was the summer of 2017, and I spent a month there. I am a huge Steelers fan. Family grew up, my dad's side of the family lives in Pittsburgh, so we get a lot of you know, grown-in Steelers pride. Grew up in that in Pennsylvania, and I'm also a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, so. I have a dog named Eli. He is a boxer retriever Ridgeback mix. He is a rescue. We adopted him when I first moved to Arizona from the Maricopa County Animal Shelter, and he is just the best dog in the world. He's an awesome guard dog. He is the most loving animal in the entire world. There's so many dogs that need homes, and not just dogs, cats, birds, all animals. They need help and love, and you can provide them this beautiful, loving home instead of paying thousands of dollars for dogs to be bred just to your liking. So you can 100% fall in love with an animal from an animal shelter, and I 100% encourage you to adopt, don't shop. I am a huge travel bug. I love to travel. Pretty much every chance I get, I'm trying to travel, even though it's really hard with my schedule and how expensive it can be. But last year I traveled to Hawaii twice to see my family, and I also visited another Hawaiian island. And then I went to London for a month, like I mentioned. I also went to Paris, and I went to Mexico early this year. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a big electronic music fan, so I attend a lot of electronic festivals and raves in particular. And one popular thing with rave culture is to wear these perler necklaces. So they're basically these little beads that you create into patterns. You iron them down. That's the simplest way I can think to explain it. And then you wear them around your neck to show everybody. Usually it's like your favorite artist. It'll be their logo or their name or just something really creative. I'll insert some pictures here of different ones that I've made. And it's actually like a real hobby of mine. I love doing it. And I'd like to think that I'm pretty good at it. I paint to de-stress. So I have kind of a hectic schedule. I'm in school full-time plus credits. I'm actually graduating a full year early. So I take 21 credits a semester, which is 6 over your average full-time student. My schedule is incredibly hectic, and a lot of times I just need to come home and de-stress. I think it's really, really important to practice self-care every single week, whether that for you is working out, if that for you is taking a bath, or whatever activity it is that really helps you to de-stress and to allow yourself to breathe and take a breath from your day-to-day like busy lifestyle. I think that's really, really important, and I don't think we emphasize that enough in this culture of busy college students. I could eat Chinese food for every meal of the day, and I have had days where I've done just that. I was the biggest Vine fan. I quote Vine in every conversation, every single day. It actually drives my boyfriend nuts because he wasn't a big Vine fan, which hurts my feelings personally. But I reference Vines all the time, and he kind of just looks at me and he's like, Vine, and I'm like, Duh. I curse like a sailor. I've been really trying to get better at that, and it doesn't always make you sound the most like eloquent or well thought out when you swear a lot, and it's not the best way to get your point across, but I can't help it. I lose my ID and my debit cards at least once a week. Like, regularly lose my license and a debit card. I actually got a second debit account through my bank because I lost my first card, but I didn't want to close the account because that's just like a lot of unnecessary work. So I got a second debit card and opened like a second account as like a savings account, and then I just used that card until I found the other one instead of just getting a new card. And last but not least, I love to read classic books. My favorite two classic books are Catcher in the Rye and Dante's Inferno. So that concludes the 25 facts about me that I want to share with you guys. I'm really super excited to start this channel. Like I said earlier, this is something that I wanted to do for a really, really long time, and I just have to put the fear that people are going to judge me or that I'm not going to be successful out of my head. I'd like to think of this channel as being somewhere that viewers can go when they're needing a big sister or someone to give them advice about situations that they're going through. My goal is to post once a week on this channel, hopefully on the weekend sometime around Saturday or Sunday each week. I'm really excited to get started on this journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to include my social media accounts in the links below if you'd like to follow my life or be involved in my day-to-day. I'd love that. If you have any requests for videos you'd like to see, feel free to leave them below. I'm really open to letting this channel be you know, influenced by its viewers. So whatever you'd like to see, if I can give you advice on it, I totally will. So thank you again for joining me, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.
I don't know if you realize, but I've just become part of your YouTube channel.
I'm already cool with that.
Oh my God.
It's not my dog. He's not your dog. Whose dog is this?